All right, what's up guys? Well, today I'm replacing the blower motor on my 2017 M3. And even though this is an incredibly easy job to do, and there's plenty of examples already out there on how to do this, I still wanted to make this video just to demonstrate an example of something that maybe sounds a little bit crazy, but is actually super simple. So like 10 years ago, if you would have told me that I'd have a BMW and it needed a new blower motor, I'd have been like, well, I guess it's going to the shop then. But you know, with a little bit of time, instruction, some patience, some basic hand tools, a lot of this stuff you can do at home in your driveway or garage. And when I got this car, I made really a concerted effort to learn how to do my own maintenance and everything like that. There are limitations, obviously. Some things require expert mechanical know-how or special tools or whatever, but for the overwhelming majority of maintenance items and even repair items, most of the stuff you can do at home yourself. With that said, before we get into the installation, when might you need to replace the blower motor? So there's a couple of different, signals that it's starting to fail. One of the most common ones is if you go to turn on your air conditioning or heat, if the force of the air coming out of the vents is not quite what you remember, or if you're not getting anything at all, pretty good indicator that the blower motor is failing or has failed. Also, some people note a droning sound coming from underneath the dash. For me, it was a squeaky bearing. So this bearing was starting to squeak really badly. It was an intermittent issue, so it didn't happen every single time I started the car or was, driving around. But when it did happen, nothing you could do to stop it. So even if I would turn off the air and back on again, or jack the fan speed all the way up and bring it back down, just constant squealing, super annoying. Could I have taken the old one out and maybe hit it with a little WD-40 or something like that? Maybe, but I feel like, this car is has 85,000 miles on it. It's coming up on 8 years old. So I figure at the point that this is starting to show somewhere, and it's not unreasonable, by the way, at this stage for this thing to start to fail. So instead of, trying to maybe hold it off a little longer, they're not that expensive to replace. So I figured better off just to go ahead and replace it. All right, that all out of the way, let's get to the installation. Incredibly easy. You only need 3 tools: 10mm socket, T20 Torx bit, and a thin flathead screwdriver just to loosen up two of these electrical, connectors. So grab those and let's go and remove the panel from underneath of the glove compartment first. Okay, so here is where you need your 10mm socket. We have 2 nuts on either side of the panel, so we'll just undo those. And then it's held on by these 3 clips in the front underneath of the glove compartment. So just kind of slide your hand on the right-hand side in the front here, work your way from right to left, and just gently unsnap those 3 clips. So once you kind of free it up a little bit, it'll drop. And then you have 2 electrical connections that you have to undo. You just pull them right out. So you got your light in the back and then your 12-volt adapter on the left-hand side here. Once you disconnect those, you can just move this out of the way. All right, first step to disconnect the blower motor is to undo the electrical connection coming from the car. Now for this, you just take your thin flathead screwdriver and slide it along the side of the clip here, put a little pressure, and then you should be able to release that. Make sure to pull by the clip and not by the wiring. And then this wiring harness is kind of plugged into the side of the blower motor by means of this little white clip on the side. So you just pinch those ends and you should be able to pull that through. All right, so get the wiring harness out of the way, and then we got 3 T20 screws that hold the blower motor in place. Now heads up about these. So you got 2 kind of in the front on either side, and then you have 1 in the back. The one in the back, super awkward to get to, so I'd recommend removing that one first, because when you get to the last screw, the weight of the motor is gonna sort of, come down, and it's gonna wanna pivot. And so if you did the one in the back last, it's sort of awkward to hold the blower motor in place while loosening up that back screw. So yeah, definitely back screw first and then pick either one in the front to do next. Once all 3 screws are removed, your blower motor should drop right out. Okay, so before we install the new one, we have to transplant the resistor on the old blower motor. So this is just held in place by the same type of electrical connector. So again, just slide the thin flathead screwdriver along the side, undo that connection, and then we have 2 T20 screws. So just remove those and then just move this one right over to the same spot in the new motor. Tighten up both T20s, snap back in that connection, and we're ready for installation. Okay, so now for reinstallation, we're gonna do this in reverse order. So do either of the 2 sides in the front, Get both of those T20s in place and then do the back one last, and then don't over tighten them, by the way. Make them snug, but not too tight or it could restrict the fan speed. Once those screws are reasonably snug, go ahead and snap your electrical connection back in, and then snap that wiring harness clip back on the right-hand side of the blower motor. All right, so the blower motor is installed. Now, before we put that panel back on underneath of the glove compartment, let's test it out real quick. You don't have to start the car for this, but just put it in the on position. Make sure the HVAC is on, turn the fan on, and then make sure you're just getting good airflow coming through the vents. And lastly, reinstall that panel. Now, it's just like when you took it off. So you kind of get it, loosely in the area of where it's gonna go, plug back in the connection for the light and the 12-volt adapter, and then sort of got to finagle it back into place. So be mindful of the center console molding and in the back there, and you just watch the cutouts with the ventilation coming from underneath, kind of get it lined up a little bit. And then once it's reasonably in place, then you can start snapping in the clips along the front underneath of the glove compartment. And then you can retighten the two 10mm nuts. All right, guys, so there you go. Like I said, a couple of hand tools, couple of minutes, and this was one of the easier jobs. They're not all this easy, but like this one was pretty easy. So again, for anybody out there who wants to get into the whole DIY thing, it's not just the money that you save taking your car to a mechanic every time you need to, although that is a big one, but also like for me, I feel like, having really dedicated the time to learn how to do my own maintenance and mods, at least to the extent that I can, it just totally enhances that ownership experience, I think. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Hope you found it encouraging, maybe both. And yeah, give it a like if you did. Consider subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.